Good evening, everybody. I am Joe Bachman, and instead of The Burning is Love, this is another edition of Behind the Code. Yes, I did choose the wrong color of shirt this evening, so you get to see a floating head, and I figure I'd go with, the MGM style, put my head inside of a little circle and, do a little rawr. And, yeah, so, with that being said, um, there's a few things I am working on with Indie CD right now. Um, One of which is uh, I finally think I found a social media uh, plugin that I can use. Um, the site is still extremely beta um, because I just got it set up uh, last night, I believe, and I'm still playing around with the settings. I need to reconfigure pages, but a social media option is finally viable and in the works. Um, the other thing I am looking at is the ability to be able to stream uh, to the website. Now, how that's going to end up working out so far, I am not sure. Um, the I'm looking at basically what I'm looking at was sorry, I'm seeing the comments pop up. Um, Basically what I'm looking at trying to set up is what's called an RTMP server. And basically what that is a specific type of server that would allow me to stream uh from StreamYard directly to a web page. Um, this is very much still in the I am doing research and trying to figure out, A, cost of it, B, you know, basically you know, how can it be set up? Can comments be generated just like with YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, etc.? Um, it's very much a work in progress, but it is something I am looking into and that I want to get figured out for this community um, within the next few months. Um, but we're going to get into the comments here real quick because we actually have some good ones coming through the door so far. We had Rich here tonight. We have Donna, Aunt Donna. That Witzman dude is finally here. And he did say that if he suddenly disappears, the UPS guy has delivered cigars for me to burn. That's good. At least someone will be burning something tonight. I will not be doing any wood pieces tonight because I have not had a chance to set up any designs, um, sand any of my wood, not the green room. Just throwing that out there. Um, but tonight will just be basically a second edition of Behind the Code tonight. The joys of having two shows. I can change my own schedule when I want to. Um, and yes, it is my head, except no substitutes. I have thought about getting a green cloth to put over the back of the chair when I do something like this. And Dawn, I'm sorry that you almost you know choked on your drink, but rawr. Anyway, um, and Carl asked a good question. RTMPs are how they host podcasts, right? Um, I'm honestly not sure because all the research I'm doing so far um, on RTMPs is basically video, but I don't see why it couldn't be used for podcasts. Um, I think it would work for podcasts also, but everything it's talking about is kind of seems to be more geared towards video. And Rich says, if you need help looking and stuff, let me know. Hey, I will take any help I can get. We all know that I need the help, but I am currently looking at ionos.com. They do have a cloud server configuration, and it doesn't seem like RT. And here's the other thing with RTMP: it's a very low latency setup. So basically, an RTMP server is set up properly, even without like an extreme amount of processing power or RAM, and even a halfway decent internet connection, can have a latency of only 8 to 12 seconds. Whereas even streaming through StreamYard to YouTube, that can be as much as 30 seconds at times, it seems like. And even like the comments coming in from you guys, I've typed a comment on YouTube before, when I've been streaming with Nick, or if I'm just chatting, with you guys before the show, I'll enter my comment and it'll be 30 seconds to a minute before it pops back in on StreamYard. So, this would actually provide a more truly live program. So with that, we're going to hope that, my screen doesn't just decide to go wonky on me. And we're going to add this in. And Rich, as always, you have access to the StreamYard. So if you want to hop in and throw in your 2 cents on stuff, by all means, go ahead, bud. So what I've done so far, this is the back end page, but I created a new subdomain, social.indcd.org, which is still very much a mashup of WordPress and this plugin that I installed called Peepso. And as you can see from the advertisements, they have a lot of other features that I could, pay for. But to get started and to kind of play around with it, it does have some find the right page here again. There we go. So it does have the ability to do audio and video uploads, a built-in chat feature, friends, photos, stuff like that. So what I'm going to be actually working on is trying to get all this set up and somewhat going tonight, hopefully. And there's Brother Rich.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. So, I don't know how much taught Rich in StreamYard, but
All right, 1 second. I hear Misty's music bleeding through, so let me shut the door.
oh. And seems to be a lot more settings than there were last night.
Sorry, she was getting down to her bad self.
Hey, everybody's got a party occasionally. So, have you?
I didn't say shut it down. I said turn it down a little bit.
Have you ever dealt with RTMP servers at all, Rich?
No, but I like playing with stuff.
Not the green room, Dawn. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Yes. I need to steal that from your side. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find either a hosting, service, which Iono seems to have a nice little cloud service, but I can't get their. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's where you get to that. Oh, now you're going to load properly. Sure. You lousy system.
It's because I'm here. It fears me.
Apparently, because this page loaded a lot more details than it did last time. We're going to click over to this. So, they seem to have a nice little starter package. And from what I've read on their site, for most of the people that stream so far, this plan would probably work. I may have to up the hard drive space a little bit, but basically what they're saying is for beginners, the cloud server is recommended. With the Cloud Server S plan, you get a processor core, 1 gig of RAM, 40 gigs of storage space. Good starter plan for a streaming project. As your demand grows, you can easily scale up and add additional resources, which is the great thing about cloud in general.
Yeah.
So
that is the beauty of cloud, is it scales to what you're doing at any given time.
Yeah.
If you need more, then it gets more resources instead of traditional hardware-based servers.
So yeah, this might be a way to go, because actually I might have to look more into their actual pricing, but it says 0.0069 per hour, max of $5 per month, which really ain't bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely be run on a Linux server. And it would be Ubuntu, because I like Ubuntu. Which, who doesn't like Ubuntu?
Mac snobs.
Huh?
Mac snobs.
Oh.
Not all Mac users, just the Mac snobs.
Yeah.
I just spent $5,000 on this latest iPhone. Ha!
No,
my $50 phone from Walmart does twice as much.
My uh my iPhone was only 1200. Um,
Hey Dan.
hey Dan, how you doing? Sorry, sorry I'm late, but I was watching Monday's Burning Is Love. Yeah, Monday where my show decided to just crash right in the middle of it. That was fun. I think I had too much stuff going. I think I need to lay off OBS is the thing. At least
Yeah, I
on
noticed OBS when I'm trying to do anything with StreamYard gets a little finicky. OBS with um, just the Facebook group for our favorite hued toned room um, is a little better, but I get a little bit of rocky performance with that as well. So
okay.
um,
Yeah, I think I had too much stuff kind of running for my Mac the other night because it, doing everything through StreamYard, the green screen, the OBS Studio, and then everybody knows Chrome just eats RAM no matter
yeah,
what operating system you're on. Uh,
yeah, Chrome is a resource hog
yeah,
beyond doubt. Um, the other question would be, you run in on a Mac laptop, you run in on a
I'm on a Mac Mini, one of the desktop models.
okay. Um, I'm betting the Mini probably still doesn't have really great cooling. Um, so possibly get a quiet fan to run to blow on the Mac Mini, not the green room, Don,
Yeah,
to try to dissipate some of the heat, and that might help the performance a little bit. Because I noticed the main problem I have is with my laptop. Um, it's because everything is starting to run too hot. And then, of course, as you're running too hot, then your resources just go to hell anyway.
yeah. This thing, amazingly enough, actually doesn't put off much heat to begin with. Because like even touching because it's an old metal casing, touching the top of it, it's not even warm, and this thing's actually been on all day. Um, and there's really even no heat coming out anywhere around it. Actually, I don't even know how this thing vents. To be honest, I don't know that it does.
It would have to in some way. Um, and I mean, I would assume towards the rear of the device.
Yeah,
But I
it's something I
mean,
might have to look at.
it is Apple. They don't really do things traditional all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of nice. $5 a month, no minimum contract term, and billing is monthly. Wow. Okay, so I may be coming back to this site and getting this set up because it almost seems a little too good to be true.
A lot of cloud computing does, by the way. Um, yeah, it back in my day. Um, but yeah, that's the weird thing about cloud computing is it does seem way too good to be true. But I mean, face it, the reason it seems too good to be true is that you are only paying for time used
Yeah.
and resources used. So that's why everything can be so cheap. And if it's was it 69 cents an hour?
No, not even. It's let me go back here. So 0.0069, so not even a penny an hour.
Wow. So
Yeah. So
That's 72,463.77 hours.
what?
That doesn't seem right. Um, Me math wrong. I'm dyslexic. I could have. Actually, no. I think what it would be is this. Never mind. I
Yeah.
went the wrong direction.
Yeah. I just ran it the 0.0069 times 24 times 30, and it comes out to $4.97.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, this honestly, I think might be the way for me to go with trying to look into that. And the nice thing is, it's all billed monthly. It's not actually,
It's not like you paid $50 for 6 months and you're out of time.
yeah. Or I paid $50 for 6 months, and I find that it doesn't suit my needs, and I'm out $50.
Yeah.
So go back to the comments here for a second. There's some good ones here. Watching delivery person just flop package on neighbor's doorstep. Yeah. Hope it wasn't your cigars, Carl. That would be bad.
Yeah, after this morning's show, Dan, I had to go watch a couple episodes of Captain Scarlet myself.
Oh, was that Nick's? Was Nick doing an art stream today?
He did an art stream the other day,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
Dan prompted him with Captain Scarlet, but he mentioned it during Never Mind the Furthermore this morning.
Okay.
And I'm like, the old marionette. I love those shows. The Thunderbirds Go, Captain Scarlet,
Mm-hmm.
all that crap.
I just realized I never even logged into his show this morning. I was so busy.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah.
Nick cried. No. The head of sales broke the stream. It seriously shut down his entire internet at his house for a couple of minutes. So we just kept talking in the chat.
Oh jeez. Oh, the one day I'm not around and his internet decides to go wonk.
The stream didn't get canceled or anything, so everything was good to go.
Yeah, that's good.
The only thing is he ended up missing a few comments.
Oh, that ain't bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So Dan, don't feel bad, Joe. I didn't even wake up today until noon. Well, you're on a unplanned vacation right now, so you get to do whatever you want.
Technically, I didn't wake up till noon either. I was just working.
Yeah, I've had days like that. Are you awake? Conscious, maybe, somewhat.
I was just happy I achieved pants today. It was one of those days that it's like the alarm's about to go off. I'm like, do I want to get out of bed? No, I don't. I'm in the middle of flipping the cover up over my head just to say, screw it. I'm just going to hide under here all day. And I'm like, no, I got to get up. So,
Yeah, I've had days like that.
Any day you can achieve pants is a good day.
True. And granted, there's days I really don't want to achieve pants, but
yeah, adulting's hard.
Yes.
And not the good way.
Yeah, not the green room kind of way. Why did I go to media? I thought I clicked on pages. So let's see what pages it automatically made. Huh. Well, that's rather odd. It doesn't have one of them listed as the... Oh, no. You don't have the actual editor, do you? Please have the good editor. Or don't. That works too. Okay, so there's going to be a lot more I need to do to this to get this all working right, but the real curious thing, I'm not showing a homepage on here. That is really, really odd. Well, let's go to users here because I think I created, yep, I did create a user. Let me see if I can just activate myself. If you're wearing a dress, it counts as pants, I guess. Unless you have no panties on underneath. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Dan, able to drive to work? Yeah. Awake? Ask me after my third coffee. Amen. All right, let's see if I can.
Oh, that shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
Hey?
Something when I flipped over to bring up the not the green room.
Oh,
For some reason, my background popped up, and I'm like, I didn't click on my background. What the hell's that doing there?
it's because you have to change brands to do it.
Well, yeah, I flipped to my brand to do it, but I didn't see that it did that to your behind the code the last time. So,
Yep. Yeah, because if I switch over to the Burning is Love, it
okay.
changes the background. So, which is why for the Burning is Love, you actually don't see my background once I'm on screen because whenever I do a commercial break, I have to flip back to behind the code to run a commercial. So let's see here. I need to see if my server ever emailed me the registration link, because I decided to sign up for a regular account on my IndieCD social.
Peep, so
Yep.
that not the green room, not the green room, not the green room.
Not to be confused with Peepsy.
I was thinking Peep Show.
Yeah, well, tomato, potato. Did I put in my Joe Bachman
Potato
at
Spud.
gmail.com? So why is that? I wonder. Manage. Reactions. Queues. Anything in queues? Nothing in queues. I was kind of hoping to get this a little more set up so I could kind of show you guys what all was going on here.
What all the new cool toys will be.
Yeah. Which I am probably going to get their little bundle at some point. Because you can start doing file uploads, groups, event manager, and stuff like that. So at some point, I may end up popping for this little monthly subscription. But I'm wondering, the main thing I'm wondering is why it doesn't show a homepage listed. Which, like I said, is really, really weird because most homepages have that. Now, the other thing I want to see, because that editor is not going to work at all. CoBlocks. That's what I need. Why do I feel that's not the right CoBlocks? Version 3.03. Oh, no, that is it. By GoDaddy. Okay. Activate the classic editor because God, is that thing horrid. And now let's go to site registration. Peepso register. Okay, really? So it's a short code. Oh, there's short codes. This is going to be a fun one to actually figure out. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot more digging here. Yeah, some websites do require you to have a index.html file for it to realize it's your homepage. These are the nice thing with WordPress is I believe it bases it off of an actual index.php file, and it just reconfigures that file for whatever page you tell it is the home page. But for example, let me click over here real quick. I can find my home page in the mix here. There we are. So on IndieCD, home is actually my front page. And I was able to list it as that. But I don't even have a home option on the social one. Which what I might end up doing is reinstalling the plugin and running through the setup again. It may have been something in the setup that, that I screwed up. Which I would never do that, but yeah, PHP is something I've dabbled with in the past. I actually used to somewhat know it. Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't tell me what this actual page is. So we're going to view the source. and see if I can spot what it's actually pulling from. Or if I just need to create a whole new homepage. I just need to create a whole new homepage. Let's actually try that. Let's give that a try. Let's do add new. And we're just going to title this NDCD social home. And for a heading, social. We're going to publish this just as it is. And come back here. I think it's a quick edit. Nope. There was actually a way to go through. You know what? We're going to activate this theme. This is a theme that came with Peepso. Oh. Okay, helps if I... Huh, weird. Guess it helps if I just switch it to its theme. Okay. Oh, I love learning stuff. So if I go to...
Every day you're learning something is a day you are able to keep stagnation away. The second you stop learning, you start stagnating and dying.
This is true. This is very true. So let's get into our menus here. Oh, we don't even have a... I wonder nothing's showing up. So let's do primary menu. We're going to put this in the header. And members, site registration. All right, we're going to do those three just to get started. I'm going to relabel that as home. Save the menu. Share this tab instead. There we go. Now if I go to members, that is not what I was looking for. There should be a login screen. Oh, try this again. There should be a login screen, which will add user profile. And we'll throw in notifications and messages. Why not? It's only a menu. And refresh. Oh, that's right. That I forgot about that. Because this is part of WordPress, it actually uses, because I logged into WordPress on the back end, it actually uses that. So I wonder if I do social.ndcd.org/wp-admin. It takes me right back in. I'd have to log out, so I'll mess with that later. But this is a test for the new NDCD social page. And if I go back home, you rat bastards. Nope, doesn't show anything there. Oh, because that's a post. But that should... Oh, okay. Now I'm getting it. Yeah, this would be a little bit to figure out, but I think this is going to be doable. So let's go back. Let's edit this menu again real quick, because I need to do a custom link. I can write HTML on a restaurant napkin. If someone types it out and uploads it, it works. My web guru said to ignore anything from frames onward and let him tackle stuff beyond my idiot's grasp. I never dealt, well, I shouldn't say I never dealt with frames. I very rarely dealt with them back when I was in high school and tried to avoid them at all costs as much as possible.
I remember frames at some point, but I also remember HTML at some point. I know enough to edit some of the pages at work that they forced me to administer.
All right, so I think so. Okay, so I know what I need to do here. I need to activate more of the PEEP pages themselves, as far as the, I don't know so much appearance, but use so names everywhere. Okay, so I need the registration page. Let's do this. Let's go to pages, new tab. Do I have, ooh, there is a site registration page. Okay. Yes, Carl. CSS is witchcraft. No one can tell me otherwise. And yes, back in the day, I will neither confirm nor deny that I will agree with that statement. Mainly because I wouldn't have been of age. Anyway, site registration.
When's that ever stopped a young man?
Right. So let's see. Oh,
When it
yeah.
comes to that kind of stuff, where there's a Willie, there's a way.
Nice. Ah, here we are. Activity. I need to remove the second site registration because that's. So, Rich, would you like to be a guinea pig?
Sure.
So, if you head to social.ndcd.org/register, see if it will pop up a registration screen for you.
Yes.
Oh, and oh wow, we've got a person watching on Twitch. We got one on Facebook, which I believe is Nick. Make sure I did not miss a comment from Nick there.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good password, right?
Yeah, except it's going to tell you it wants 10 characters minimum. So you're going to have to probably go Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Bugs, Elmer, Yosemite Sam.
Oh no, we're gonna go with Porthos, D'Artagnan, Athos, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Yoda, Gandalf, the Doctor, and Captain Kirk. Yeah, that should be 10.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Reggie Star. Woohoo! And my account is waiting admin approval. And make that. Computer behave. I will turn you into a toaster. And then you will have bagel crumbs inside of you. Yeah, showing that my account is awaiting admin. And Donna, how is it that the guy with the not the green room sign gets to make green room comments? It's growing up with the name that the shortened version is a portion of male anatomy. Woohoo! I are logged in. Gives off a very Reddit light vibe. Did you mute yourself, Joe?
Of course I did. It's not bad though.
No, not bad at all. I mean, everything has to grow from somewhere,
Yeah. I think working the bugs out of this, which I can actually, let me go back here. Yes, log in as admin over here again. What I can do, change the roles. Why didn't that work? Community administrator, change role. There it goes. So yeah, you're now a community admin, which okay, comments work. I got the yeah, I think I do believe, and actually, Rich, we're going to make you that way if you want to play around with stuff. So Rich, you are now in admin both on the Peepso side and actually on the WordPress side.
All right, cool.
So if you go to social.ndcd.org/wpadmin and use the same login credentials that you used for logging in to Peepso, it should log you into the back end of the system.
You said social.ndcd.org WP-admin?
Yeah, /WP-admin.
Yeah, it's give me a 404. Any weird like dashes or hyphens in there or anything?
No, it just should be social.ndcd.org/WP admin. I totally skipped over the hyphen.
Cool.
So yeah, if you want to, in your spare time, if you want to play around with that, I think I might be onto something here with getting an actual social media site set up. And I think, and I'm gonna close out of the majority of these tabs real quick, and we're gonna start over social, and we're gonna log out. And so if I just go to social.ndcd.org, it pulls up the hello world. Okay, so now if I click on members and I'm logged out, it gives me a login page. That's good. Okay, I think this is going to be a matter of me just sitting down and figuring out all the short codes that it uses and building from there. I have a plan. Dan says, never skip over a hyphen. Those things will trip you up.
Never skip over any punctuation in code. It'll trip you up. And you'll spend frickin' period.
What was it? The Greek question mark that looks like a semicolon?
Pipes were always fun. Yeah, weird ASCII code stuff was always fun. Especially when you're dyscalculic. I swear, 1, 2, 2.
You kind of digitized there, Rich.
No, I was just complaining back about being in high school and trying to put in ASCII code and trying to put in 152 and I'm putting in 125 instead because I'm dyscalculic. I know the numbers I want to put in, but my fingers and brain are like, no, we're going to put something else in instead.
Yeah.
What's this do?
So yeah, I think I have a good base. Oh, so that's how I can add friends. Okay. That'll be there is a search feature. Nice. Oh, and it's got
it looks like it grabbed some information from my normal WordPress profile.
Yeah, it does have the ability.
It's got my old WordPress photo up there for where I'm logged in.
Yeah, it does have the ability to actually pull from WordPress, the WordPress.org site, which is kind of neat.
All of your base belong to us.
Well, at least the messaging system works. For those wondering what I'm cackling on about, I should probably pull this back up real quick. It does have a built-in messaging system like Facebook. So that's kind of nice. Fun till daddy takes the T-Bird away. Yes. And it's pretty instantaneous.
Not bad, yeah.
So yeah, I think we are onto something here. And okay, so the message definitely came through quicker than the notification. Because I got your message, I closed out that screen, and then I got the notification that you sent it. And it has a built-in drift thing, which it sent twice for some reason, but yeah, I will definitely let you guys know, Carl. Once I get some of the pages a little more configured, it's just going to be a matter of figuring out what short codes they use, and they actually have a very robust documentation online. So once I'm done creating a few job site maps tomorrow morning, I'll probably start reading through that. But this is actually rather exciting that it's starting to come together. And oh, Gecko even has its own little customizer. Ooh. Oh, it has a dark theme.
I'm Batman. Oh, wait, wrong kind of dark.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I think this is where I can start laying out stuff. This makes more sense. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Yeah, this is where a lot of the customization seems to be at. Cool. All right. Well, that gives me something to play with tomorrow. And Rich, if like I said, you want to play around, please feel free to have at it. And there's about, oh. So the about section.
Yeah, there's the friend request thing.
Yeah, you can set up whether or not you want to get emailed about notifications and stuff. That's nice. It's go to account here, see what account has. And you can export your community data. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, with that, folks. Donna, this should look like the real happy hour forum. Rich, here's the keys. Try not to crash the Corvette. By all means, feel free to crash away. Because I have backups. At least I should have backups.
That's how we figure stuff out as we break it.
Mm-hmm. That was one thing my mother could never understand when I was growing up was I had no fear about doing stuff on a computer because one of the first things I taught myself was how to reformat it and bring her back to life.
Format reinstall. That was my war cry.
Format C:/Q. Because nobody has time for the long version of a format, even if it is only a 1 gigabyte hard drive. Well, so this is a brand new site. I don't think I have the backup fully set up yet. Actually, let's go into Jetpack real quick. Let's set up Jetpack. And approve. Oh no, it can still be crashed. I mean, we're not too far into this whole thing that I can't just,
Not a whole heck of a lot was done. That starting completely from scratch is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
Go here. No. No. Yeah.
I think this is what I signed up for. Yep, that's how I signed up for it. Oh. I love two-factor authentication, and at the same time, I hate two-factor authentication.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, but when you're wanting to get in quick, it is such a pain in the neck.
Mm-hmm. And we'll do that. I know I just broadcasted to everybody my PayPal stuff, but oh, no worries, Donna. You just, got me to actually go through and do this a little quicker than I had originally intended. All right, so backups are now set up. I'll worry about that later because I'm going to have to set up a separate FTP for this at some point. so that way I can do the one-click restore if I need to. And
Now, is there going to be a way that we'll be able to take and set it up so that it's more seamless between the IndieCD.org regular site?
so I probably need to figure out integration on that at some point. And what I'll probably end up doing, I believe the version of cPanel that InMotion Hosting has a clone feature just like GoDaddy did. So I can create like a, beta.indiecd.org subdomain and basically take a clone of IndieCD, add in the Peepso plugin, and see what breaks. In theory, that should work.
Now, what features on the regular IndieCD.org site are folks able to get to if they actually log in? Because I think on the regular IndieCD, there's a login, wasn't there?
So there is a login link on there now because there are a couple people that have access to be able to post, make blog posts, and update the calendar. Dawn is one of those people. I think Willie D. Smith is one of the other ones. So what I use on IndieCD is actually a plugin called let me find it here. User Role Editor, to where I can create an account for somebody and then literally break it down into what they have access to. So
and that's basically for the folks that are managing the calendar pieces and blog post pieces.
Yes. So like I have Dawn set up to where she has access to the calendar and she has access to doing blog posts on Michaela's page.
Okay.
And I can set it up to where I don't have to give you the full editor rights, to where you could edit and delete and mod and create under anybody. I can lock it down to just your account. So that's basically what I did with the IndieCD side, because it's not that I don't trust people to set up their own pages on IndieCD, but not everybody has ever used WordPress.
Yeah.
And while WordPress is
fairly painless, but you got to pay attention to what you're doing, or things can get sticky quick.
Right. So
it's easy to get in over your head. It's a nice basic blogging software, site technically.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I think my blogs over there are older than Crow. I think my most recent blog posts over there are probably older than Crow. It's what I haven't really got into a whole hell of a lot lately. But it's a wonderful tool to go in and again, put out blogs and um, even have your own private journal, because you can even have it set up in a way that it's only visible to you and nobody else can view the stuff that's on there. But I mean, it's also no wonder why it is a basis for so many tools that are out there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because the plugins that are available are just limitless almost.
It is a building block for so many sites out there. It's for so many site builders that are out there as well. Because again, it's a good general base tool that you could just build on insanely easy.
Yeah.
I think even like Squarespace and Wix and all that have nice integration with WordPress as well.
Yeah. And like Carl and Don said too, having consistency in the site for Indie CD, where everybody's kind of laid out the same, hi, my name is this, here's the about me, here's my profile picture, here's all my works. So, but yeah, I think we have something good going here. And I think the more I play with this, the better it's going to get, because I think the way I'm going to set this is so that when people create a post on the social page, like I need to figure out where it's pulling this homepage from. That's going to drive me nuts until I figure that out. But under the let's see here. If I go here and like that's what it was. It was /activity. Yeah. Like I would probably want this as the homepage, because this would be pretty much like logging into Facebook, as you'd see like people's posts and stuff. I think what I want to do is make this the homepage, so that when people come and look at it, they can see what the creators have posted without having to create an account. And then if they want to create an account and be able to comment or like and stuff, they can. But it would kind of give them a way of checking the person out, I guess.
Kind of like like a Facebook author page, or creator page or whatever, where you can see stuff, but you can't really participate with them until you actually become a member of the site.
Yeah. And I think what I might end up doing is, as I create profile pages for people on Indie CD, since they have to submit their email address and all that fun stuff to begin with, I can take that same information and create their social account at the same time, so that they can just bypass the whole pending admin approval deal. And then they can go in and change their password from whatever crazy password I give them to begin with. So yeah, I think this is a good start. I'm still going to look into this cloud hosting, because if I could get an RTMP server set up separate from the site, but still link in commenting somehow to where the site isn't taking the brunt of the stream, I think this might work, and it'll be a heck of a lot cheaper than having to upgrade to a virtual private server.
Yeah.
I about cried looking at those prices last night. And even then, that's not guaranteed that it would work on that. So, but I'll throw away $5 for a couple months of toying around and seeing if I can figure it out.
Yeah, that's one of the best, sandbox, prices you can get is, basically anything that's less than 30 a month to play in. I mean, because you're spending $1 a day at that price, but at $5 a month, you're not even spending that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like their highest server is only $35 a month, which 4 cores, 8 gigs of RAM, 120 gigs of space. Not terrible. But I could even jump it up to the server M at some point, which is $7 extra a month. That's really not bad.
No, not at all.
So yeah, I think this is something I'm going to play with here in the next few weeks and keep looking at that, because I mean, for people to be getting these ridiculous strikes against them, and we need something outside of big media.
Yeah,
big social
and
media.
The thing is, we also have to be careful as well to make sure that there is not something that is, because it's a double-edged sword. If you do have something that violates fair use, then it's really easy for them to come after the sites and stuff like that. So, even with doing stuff ourselves, we're going to have to be cognizant of DMCA strikes and stuff like that. But again, we can take something down, we can look into it, and we can put it back up at our discretion, not leave it down because of Facebook being, or YouTube or any of the other major platforms being like, we don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's how many strikes are they receiving all the time versus how many are we going to get, really?
Right.
It's, unless we actually blow up and become a big platform, which would be awesome.
Right.
But let's face it, we're going to be a mom and pop shop for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're going to be a mom and pop shop for a while. And it's coming after you isn't going to be as big of a concern as coming after a YouTube who is getting a lot of money through monetization and stuff like that. So
yeah. And the other thing is too, and it's more for the copyright strikes of stupidity.
The frivolous stuff, yeah. The free, Creative Commons timer that people were getting struck on because someone's like, "Oh, I own the copyright to that." No, right here it shows open source, free range, you know.
Well, I actually got a copyright strike on one of my first The Burning is Love videos because I used the music that StreamYard provides. And I got dinged on Facebook. And so I appealed it, and because it was, this audio is copyrighted, blah, blah, blah. So I replied in my appeal, well, if this is copyrighted, then I highly suggest you talk to StreamYard because they are the ones who provide it for live streams. All of a sudden, the thing was overturned. It's like,
It was a troll that probably is like, you know what? Let's be an ass. You know.
yeah. So
I mean, that's one of the reasons I jumped out real quick when I realized that Misty's music was coming through my mic. So I wanted to make sure that you weren't getting hit on something like that.
Yeah.
Like Carl was saying, Joda got hit by some other country saying that they own the national anthem.
Right. I'm going to be able to very quickly and easily look at those and go, no, go away. So, but they're also going to have to figure out how to report it.
Yes.
So, which I know there is a report feature on this, at least on the social site. I don't know how that's going to work with the RTMP server yet, but yeah, I'm excited about this all of a sudden, because there's a lot of good things that could come from this. I love how they start with $100 credit in your first month, so I could actually get this plan for free for the first month. Or pay for this, get this plan and only pay 100 or pay $25. And then, have to remember to downgrade before the month ends.
Yeah, just dial it down just a little bit.
Yeah. We'll just go balls out the first month and then dial it back. But yeah, I definitely think this is something I'm going to look into. Hopefully, it will produce good things, and I think with that, it's 8:30. I think it's time to wrap this up, and the remembering, that's where they get you. Yeah, if I had $20 for every time I failed to remember to cancel a subscription, I'd have a lot more money right now.
I think that's 90% of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have a lot more. Well, no, I probably would have spent it on dumb shit anyway. But
I wonder how many folks that are having money hardship issues, it comes down to 5 streaming services that they forgot that they've joined up for, 2 gym memberships, and a Blockbuster card or something.
Mm-hmm. Way to date yourself there, Richie. Yep. Back in my day, we had to rewind to be kind.
So a couple weeks ago, when we were clearing out Dad's house, one of the things we found was a VHS tape rewinder.
That might be worth something on the antique market at this point.
So yeah, I looked at that and I'm like, holy crap, that is wow.
Yeah.
And it still worked.
That's impressive, actually. Yeah, we had one of those too back. Those were all the craze back when Blockbuster was the big thing. Blockbuster Family Video. You know,
We had 3. Mom and Dad had one in their room. There was one down by Mom and Dad's TV downstairs, and there was one up by the kids' TV upstairs.
yeah, yeah. We only had the one, and I don't even know why. Like VCRs had a rewind feature.
Yeah, but these were fast rewind feature, and they would
That's
not.
true.
They would not end up because while the tape's in, the tape is actually going over the heads and stuff, so you're actually making much more wear and tear on the actual magnetic media than you would if you just popped it in and it just rewound it through the spools.
Yeah, that's true.
And that way you could also rewind stuff while you're watching your next flip too.
Yeah. And now you've got Netflix is closing down their DVD service.
They're closing down their DVD service. Holy cow!
Yeah, I heard something about that the other day. Netflix was I don't remember when they said it was going to happen, but you'll no longer be able to get DVDs mailed to your home.
I got to talk to my buddy Dang and see what he knows about that. At least I think he still works at Netflix.
We actually did have one VHS tape get eaten by our rewinder.
I wore out 2 copies of Top Gun and 1 copy of Star Wars. But that was from watching. It wasn't just my buddy Jeff. He had a mystical power where, I'm not talking about the fast seek where you're actually seeing the stuff on the screen and go, okay, stop here. He would actually stop, rewind, and then hit play, or fast forward and then hit play, and then it would be the exact moment he needed it to be in the movie for him to play his phone pranks, which he would call people up, wait for them to answer, and then hit play, and then whatever sound on the movie plays over, and it's exactly where he wanted it to be. Like, there is never more wretched hive of scum and villainy, and then click, real quick, and just
Nice.
So I was working at Value City over Christmas. I worked the toy department. Before we could leave the store, we had to face the entire store at the end of the night, and I was always the closing shift.
Mm-hmm.
So even though the store closed at 10, sometimes we didn't get out till 2:30 in the morning because, again, nobody, let's fold this shirt back up and place it back on the pile. No, for some reason the shirt is now in toys,
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so I get home from work about 3 a.m. I walk in, completely pitch black house. I see a cherry on a cigarette just starting to glow really bright. Where were you? My mom had waited up because Jeff didn't realize I was at work, and he didn't listen for the voice that picked up to say hello when he played a sound. From John Cusack's Better Off Dead, he played, "Sorry your mom's face blew up, Ricky." All my mom heard was, "Sorry, blew up, Ricky."
God.
Yeah. She was incensed. She thought I was dead. Where were you? At work. It closes at 10. It's a department store and it's Christmas time, Mom. Christmas is in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You expect me to get home any earlier than this? So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to derail.
No, you're good. But there is confirmation September is when they're going to be nixing the DVD to home. And Dawn is questioning, if it was really just 2 VHS tapes that you wore out.
Yes.
At least 2 that he'll admit to on a live stream.
No, those are the only 2 that I wore out. And I know people are like, okay, not the green room stuff. No, at that age, I really didn't watch a whole heck of a lot of that stuff. I was frustrated enough. I didn't need to be any more frustrated.
There you go. All right. Well, I think we're gonna close up shop here. Thank you, Rich, for coming on. Like I said, you're always welcome on this broadcast. So, I always appreciate your, technological insight. Same with Carl's and Dan's and everybody else's. And anytime anybody wants to hop on here with me, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. Rich just happens to have I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Backstage access.
Backstage access. Yes, thank you. Just like how I have it with Talkert. That still didn't seem to. You know what, folks? You have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock, Holocon Stupid O'Clock, right here on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. And then most likely on Dan Hollifield's Last Man Standing. So with that, folks, have a great evening.